some of my favorite mindfulness tools that you can carry on past this month. So that's going to be a longer wānanga at about 40 minutes where I will share some of my favorite practices. We'll do a few different meditations and we'll have some giveaways. So that will be next Monday, 1st of September at 12 p.m. And today will be a meditation together, mauri tau, kia mauri tau te tinana. And I would love to hear where everyone is joining us from. Please put in the chat where you are joining us from this morning. And I'd also love to hear one word of how you would like to feel today. What is a feeling or a quality that you would like to bring into your day? So for me, that kupu today that I would like to feel is, I think, grounded. Morena, we've got Auckland. Oh, another grounded, focused. Morena pai te kia koe Prangletooth. Tamaki Makoto ngā mihi. So relaxed, beautiful kupu. That's really, really helpful for me as I go into this meditation today. Peaceful e mihi ana kia koe rawi. So let us cultivate those feelings as we practice together this morning. And I just want to mihi to each and every one of you who are joining us now or who are watching the replay for the commitment, the manawa nuitanga that you have brought to Mindfulness Month. Whether you have had a lot of meditations or mindful moments out in the taiao or mindful moments connected to yourself, or whether you've just had one or two moments where you've paused to really kia tau. E mihi ana kia koutou. It's not about being perfect. It's not about getting it right every day. We're just doing our best e te whānau. So that whole kaupapa of consistency beats intensity, right? So I'm a big advocate for just starting small. So if you've got a lot going on, maybe like me, small children, maybe older children who are still hoha, mahi, whānau obligations, it can sometimes be really overwhelming to imagine how you're going to get time to feel peaceful and grounded and focused. But what I advocate for is something small and achievable. So I'm talking 1 minute a day. If you can find 1 minute a day to kia tau, to connect to your mauri, to pause and listen, e mihi ana, that's awesome, e te whānau. So I just want to congratulate you and hopefully take some pressure off that you don't need to be perfect. We get a lot of feedback and messages from people where they're kind of doubting themselves that they haven't been able to commit and do Mindfulness Month every day. They haven't been able to meditate every single morning. And we're here to say, kei te pai te rā. That is all good. Our intention with this kaupapa is not to put any more stress on your shoulders. It's in fact just to take a little bit off and find small, simple moments in your day. Right? And even though they're small moments, we still have to be ruthless about finding them, about making space and time for them, because you're not going to get 1 minute a day unless you commit to that and you're as committed to that 1 minute as you are to any other hui, any other kaupapa you have going on. So towards the end of our meditation today, we are going to set a commitment and we're going to share that with each other of where we're going to find our mindful minute today. Ka pai? So before we get started, I'd love to also hear one reflection from each of you from this past week. Where is one moment where you've been mindful? It can be a small or a big moment. It might be just going for a walk. It might be I was mindful when I was playing with my kids. I was present. I was mindful when I did a karakia. I really felt the words. I was mindful listening to waiata or doing these meditations. So I'd love to see in the chat what you've been practicing over the last week. So chuck anything in there, e te whānau. Ka pai. For me, my mindful moment was actually yesterday. I had the pleasure of having a friend look after our tamariki, and I was able to sit in bed and breathe, listen to my ha, and relax. So that was my mindful moment, breathing in bed on a Sunday morning. And I'd love to hear about your mindful moments, e te whānau. Put them in there, please. It's super interesting to hear how everyone finds mindfulness in their own way. And that's a really important part of this kaupapa, is about finding a way that works for you and fits within your life. It's not about following a teacher or following me and doing what I say or doing what someone else says you have to do. It's actually what makes me feel most alive, what makes me feel most present, and getting more of that in your life. So we've got some beautiful answers here. Tana or Sana, running, can't focus on anything apart from my breathing. In and out, the brain doesn't wander at all. Beautiful. Prangle tooth, making my morning cup of tea mindfully, watching the steam. Amazing. So simple. And mindful, pre-surgery last week to calm before going under. Amazing, Anne. I'm sure doing that benefited you in the long run. Sarah, listening to Taonga Portal concert on Saturday afternoon. Me harurawa. Beautiful. So we can see whānau just from a few of those comments. They're all so different, right? And that's awesome. There's so many different ways to connect to the present moment throughout our day. So let's get started doing one of those kaupapa. So we're going to expand on the aroha meditation that we began together last week, where last week we focused on developing self-compassion. This week we're going to send that aroha out to others around us. Ka pai? So I love this meditation because expanding those feelings of aroha and compassion always helps me to feel a lot more present and grateful for where I'm at. So, no mai hara mai ki tēnei mauri tau e te whānau, inviting you to find a nice comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you, maybe rolling the shoulders back and down, softening the hands, planting the feet on the ground. And just take a few moments to get really comfortable. Wherever you are, e te whānau, we're going to begin to connect to our own breath. Ha kina, breathing in. Ha puta, breathing out. Ha kina, breathing in. Ha puta, breathing out. Ano ha kina. Ha puta. Take a moment here to scan down the tinana in your own time. If you've been doing this with me throughout the month, you'll know that as we go, we soften and relax each part of the tinana. So on the exhale, I invite you to see and feel your tinana softening and relaxing. On the inhale, bringing a sense of aliveness to that part of the tinana. I like to start at the top of my head and scan down to my waiwai. I invite you to do whatever feels right to you. Just pausing in any areas that need a bit more aroha today. Filling them up with air, with support and exhale, a sense of softening and letting go. Scanning through the tinana in your own time now. Ka pai te whānau. Whenever you're ready, you might like to have a sense of softening and relaxing through your waiwai, your legs and feet. Maybe feeling your feet planted on the ground. Having a sense of going underneath that ground, noticing what supports you. Papatuanuku, Mother Earth, at the base of your wairua or your mauri, grounding you, supporting you today. Hakina, breathing in. Haputa, breathing out. And taking a final moment to soften and relax. Ki ngā tinana katoa. Soften and relax through the whole tinana now. Breathing in, hakina. Breathing out, haputa. Now connecting to how you want to feel today. What is that one word, that one quality you would like to tune into I tēnei rā? You might like to join me, take one hand to your heart, one hand to your puku. Hakina, haputa. Setting the intention to foster that feeling today. You might repeat in your mind, I will feel calm, grounded, focused, peaceful, inspired, grateful. Finding a word that fits for you in this moment. And repeating that intention in your mind 3 times. Today I will feel hakina, haputa. Ka pai mau te wehe te whānau kia tau ngā ringa, kia tau te tinana. Softening and relaxing through the body now. Going to connect to the kaupapa of aroha, sending aroha throughout our tinana and out further ki te ao, ki te tai ao, ki ngā tāngata katoa. Ha kina, breathing in. Ha putta. Hand back to your manoa, your nako, your heart space. As your hand rests there, feel a sense of softening through the chest. Let that gentle placement of the hand soften and relax the poho, the chest, the nako, the heart space. Now I invite you to bring to mind someone who, the moment you think of them, you feel happy, you feel at ease. It could be a friend, it could be a pet, an animal, it could be a child. Bringing to mind someone who, the moment you think of them, you feel happy. Now you can imagine that person here in front of you. Notice how you feel with them right here in front of you. Maybe there's a smile or a sense of a smile through the mouth, a sense of ease and light through the eyes. Maybe there's a sense of warmth through the tinana. Kei te harikoa tēnā kau, kei te mahana, mahana te tinana katoa. Ha kina, breathing in. Ha putta, breathing out. Sending aroha to this person or this being in front of you. Repeating these words in your mind. May you feel happy and healthy. May you be safe and protected from danger. May you be free from pain and suffering. May you be filled with vitality. May you be filled with peace. May you be filled with aroha and love. May you be filled with aroha. Kua ki te tinana mo te aroha. Tukuna te aroha mai tō nākau ki te nākau o tēnei tāngata. Sending aroha to that being, filling them up with your support, manaki and care. Ha kina. Ha putta. Ha kina. Ha putta. Noticing that feeling when that person arrived in your mind, that feeling of warmth or joy or ease. You created that feeling, and it is available to you whenever you need it. Right here in your nākau, ki roto ki tō ha. Ha kina. Ha putta. Huri tēnei aroha ki a koe anō. Turning this aroha back to yourself. in order to fill yourself, to give that aroha out to others. Repeating these words in your mind, maybe having a sense of yourself. Maybe it's a color, an image, or a feeling. Notice how that feels. I'm going to send that aroha to yourself. You deserve it just as much as anyone else. May I feel healthy and happy. May I feel safe and protected from danger. May I be filled with vitality. May I be filled with peace. May I be filled with love. Ka ki toku tinana mo te aroha. May I be filled with aroha. Ha kina. Ha puta. Softening and relaxing through the heart space, through the chest with each breath. You might like to imagine every part of your chest and heart space is filled with aroha, with a sense of warmth, manaki, support. Every little cell moving throughout your chest is filled with aroha now. Exhale to soften and let go. Inaine, ka tukuna tata I tēnei ngao, tēnei aroha, ki te ao katoa. Sending this aroha to all living beings. Repeating these words in your mind. May all living beings be free. May all living beings be filled with connection and vitality. May all living beings be filled with peace. May all living beings be filled with aroha. Tukuna te ao mo te aroha. Ka tū tono koe I roto I te aroha. Ha kina. Ha puta. Softening through the chest. Kia taunga ringa. Relaxing your hand if you wish. Taking a moment to soften and relax through the whole body now. Bringing this sense of aroha into your day. What will be your moment of mindfulness today? I invite you to find a specific moment where you might pause to breathe. Just 5 deep breaths. If you have longer, rawi, go for it. But at least 5 deep breaths. When will you do that? Maybe when you make a cup of tea, when you get into your car, before you eat your kai, when you're in the shower. Find one thing you're already doing today and make that commitment for it to be a mindful moment. Repeating these words in your mind. I will have my mindful moment when I am having my tea, my shower, sitting in my car, whatever it is for you. Let's seal that intention now. I will have my mindful moment when I am ha kina, breathing in. Ha putta, breathing out. Kia tau te tinana katoa. Kara kia whakamutunga te whānau. Popo a ki runga, popo a ki raro, ki taku aro e. Kia mau, kia ita, kia mau, kia tu, tauwana. Haramai te toki e, haumie, huie, tai kie. Ka pai no mai haramai e te whānau, e mihi ana kia koutou, I tēnei mauri tau. Thank you all for staying with me. That was nearly a 20-minute meditation. So e mihi ana kia koutou. That is a long time to be connecting to yourself, and it is going to set your day up, hopefully in the right way, for a day of more calm and ease. You know, by doing that kaupapa, you are actually rewiring your brain. So its default way of being can become one of more calm. And the evidence backs that up. Every time we pause to do practices like this, we are actually rewiring our brain. So e mihi ana kia koutou. If you have time, I would love to hear your mindful moment. Please put it in the chat. What are you committing to today? Where is your mindful moment going to be? Mine is going to be before I eat my lunch. I'm going to do my 5 deep breaths. Please chuck it in the chat. I would love to hear how you're going to keep this kaupapa alive throughout your rā, throughout the wiki. Mindful start to every hui today. Beautiful. So that means maybe some breathing before every hui. Amazing. Before eating my dinner. Atahua. Thank you. E mihi ana kia koutou, kia pairawa to koutou rā. And I really look forward to seeing you next Monday, September the 1st, 12 p.m. We're going to do a lunchtime one. And this is going to be a wānanga style. And I might ask Brady, who is hopefully on our chat, to chuck in a link for you all. You'll be getting it in your emails, but some of you might not be on the Mindfulness Month email chain. So we'll chuck the link here in the chat for next Monday, 12 p.m. We're going to have a wānanga on mindfulness meditation. I'm going to share some of my favorite practices, how you can bring it into your life, do some myth busting, and talk about how you can continue to stay connected with us past this month. We're also going to do a giveaway of a beautiful whakawhetai gratitude journal from Hida Nathan and our amazing Kindness Institute t-shirts. So no mai haere mai te whānau, you can actually send this one out to your whānau, your colleagues. Anyone is welcome to join. It's a free mindfulness webinar. So I will end our call, but I will stick around to chuck that link in the chat if any of you are needing it. And looking forward to seeing you next Monday. But enjoy your official last week of Mindfulness Month. E mihi ana kia koutou and haere tonu kia kaha. Don't give up now. You're nearly there. Find those mindful moments each day e te whānau. E mihi ana kia koutou. Kia pai te rā. Ka kite.